We are in the fourth turning. We're able to know how and when history repeats itself. And we're all able to realize that this is the end. And how can we navigate the fourth turning? We're in the fourth turning. You might be tuning in. You're saying, what is the fourth turning? Some of you are here. You know that we're in the rapture. You know that we're in the end days, right? It's the end days. How do we know? Right? Like I come out here, I'm trying to get people prepared, right? I'm having people navigate the end days, thriving during the end days, actually. Some people get agitated. It's not the end days. How do we know that it's the end days? We could know how and when history repeats itself. And that's why we're here today to talk about the fourth turning. Right now, we're actually in the fourth turning. We're in World War III right now. So a lot of people are not aware that we're in World War III. If you want to raise awareness to this time period and how we could actually know that this is the end, please smash the like button and already start to share out this video link. We'll get as many people on this live stream. We're going to discuss the fourth turning together, and continue, if you're watching on the replay, to share this message out. It's really important that people realize this. Like, we're not just, saying, it's the end. We actually have evidence. Remember, everything has its seasons and cycles. There is a rhythm or a pattern to everything. And if you're tuning into this message, you're here to unlock the keys to the universe. You're here, you're in tune with nature. Nature has its rhythms and patterns. And us humans, right, our society as well has its rhythms and patterns. And we're going to be breaking down the fourth turning, what it means. We're going to go back through past evidence, because future proves past. When we go into the past, we can say, that's what's happening for our immediate future. And this is a message to raise awareness. It's a very important time period. If you're tuning into this message, you're actually a hero. And you're actually here to hold our society together. There will be an imminent collapse, but it is needed, and you will understand this by the end of today's message. It's different than past times because we have the expansion of consciousness happening in the now moment. And because of this consciousness expansion, we're actually the ones that are going to hold our society together. So let's fine-tune our frequency with the 432 hertz. Continue to click the like button as you come in. This is the fourth turning. Oh, that's beautiful. The chat is popping up right now. It's good to see everyone. And this is a very important message. You know, I, like all of you, I want to see some evidence. I like to be prepared. We all can't know the exact answers ahead of time, but we could analyze the world. We could analyze everything via energy themes. And we are in this theme right now. We are in a crisis. Oh, they could lie about it on the TV. That's called subconscious programming, mind control. Some people are not aware that we're in World War III right now. Some people will, close their eyes, but we have to take this straight on. If you're here to take it straight on, you know you came to the right place, and this is going to give you validation of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing in the world. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you, brother. So it's really important that we get this message underway and get it out to the people. So if you haven't done so already, please click the like button. If this message resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. You will get daily updates, especially if this message resonates. We're always talking about interesting things. The name of the channel is Our Everyday Lives. And all of us together, we're going to be thriving and building a new earth as we go through this crisis. Yes, we are in a crisis right now. If you'd like to join our Patreon, we hold live Zoom meetings, more uncensored content. How can you improve your life? We have the 8 dimensions of wellness. It's really important to realize that our lives, there's different aspects to our lives, and we can improve every aspect of our lives right now. As even though we're in a crisis, we can improve our lives. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment. Megan Holland, thank you so much for the support. Megan writes, we are here for this. We are ready. Love and light to us all. We love you in Ireland. I love you all as well. And I'm grateful for all of your support, getting these messages out there. We are in the 4th turning, and we could know how and when history repeats itself. And we want to present this so that people have evidence, so we can clearly see what's coming up. History happens, or our timelines happen in 80-year blocks, approximately 80 years. Could be 80 to 90 years, but approximately 80 years. And there are 4 turnings within each of the history blocks. So the 4 turnings, you're going to start an 80-year cycle of a high. It starts all nice and beautiful. Then you have an awakening, very passionate time in society. You have an unraveling, all right? We already kind of went through that. And now, in this now moment, we are in a crisis. Right now, we are in a crisis. So how has this happened over the course of time? Let's go back and let's start off with the Revolutionary War. So the Revolutionary War ends, right? And then everything goes into a high. Everything is beautiful. We fast forward approximately 80 years and we go into a crisis. The Civil War begins, right? So then the Civil War ends and now we start a beautiful high once again. Fast forward 80 years and then World War II begins. World War II ends and now we go into another high, an upbeat time. And then we move forward, and right now we're in a crisis, World War III. And these time periods are important to cleanse and purge. We're leveling up society. So let's really focus on what was the past 80-year block. How do we know that we're in a crisis right now? Like some people, some people still watch the news, and it's actually a mind control device. You could actually look up patents for mind control in the television. Yeah, look up the patents for the mind control device called the television. So right now we're in a crisis, and this is a message of self-empowerment. If you're waiting around for institutions, for false idols to save you, people are going to get very, very lost. If you're listening to this message, you are self-empowered. You could write it in the comments. I am self-empowered. And that's what this is all here to educate us about. We are in the fourth turning. So let's go back the current history block of approximately 80 years. We are entering a high period, an upbeat period. World War II has ended. Hooray! World War II is over. And now we're going into an upbeat period. Very nice. Afterwards, that time period ends with a massive awakening. People are starting to wake up. Yeah, people were waking up years ago. We could actually merge this with, spirituality, like Dolores Cannon spoke about the waves of volunteers. We could remember JFK was assassinated. Martin Luther King, right? He was talking, then he was assassinated. We had the Beatles, right? Wasn't someone in the Beatles assassinated for promoting the 432 hertz frequency? The 432 hertz frequency. Who in the Beatles was assassinated for the 432 hertz frequency? So this started to awaken people. You know, some people, in the first lens, right, looking at it from the 3D eyes, they didn't realize this awakening, a passionate time period. People were becoming passionate. You know, JFK maybe was trying to do great things, right? Yeah. John Lennon, right? Remember John Lennon? All these passionate people. Think about JFK. Think about Martin Luther King. Think about the Beatles. Think about John Lennon. Think about all the beautiful things that were out there. And think about all of our brothers and sisters that were assassinated during the awakening. Then we went through an unraveling, a downcast. We had September 11th that really started this off. We had a war in Iraq. What was that all about? The war in Iraq. Are there stargates in Iraq? What's going on in Iraq? We had President Obama and the financial crisis of 2008. Right now, a lot of people forgot the financial crisis of 2008. They even forgot the corruption of Enron back in 2000, right around September 11th. They forgot about that. Isn't that interesting? So we went through an unraveling, okay? So everything kind of unraveled. We could reflect back. Think about 9/11. Maybe your belief systems were shook. You thought life was a certain way. September 11th happened. What were your revelations on September 11th? What were your revelations on the war in Iraq? What were your revelations about the financial crisis of 2008 and what was in power at the time? So we could, dive through the past. And now, right now, we are in a crisis. It represents an upheaval. The people, right? It's the people that are going to do this. The upheaval of the people. They're going to say no more. Over the course of the 80 years, the people that are going to be the ones that are building, the ones that are the heroes, the authentic heroes, not the fake heroes, right? The ones that are serving in a spiritual war. We're in a crisis right now, and it represents the upheaval. The systems are failing. And if a person is still plugged into the matrix, if they believe, that's all they believe is what they see on the TV, this looks like the end. They say, oh no, it's the end. This is the end. And the people that are in this chat right now, they love it. If you're listening to this and you think it's, fear or whatever, and you're getting, maybe you need to disconnect. We want the end. You could write it in the chat and read the comments if you're new to this. We want the end. Why don't you write it in the comments? Write it in the chat. Even if you're watching the replay, you could look at the live stream. You could write, we want the end. This crisis is important. It's needed to cleanse, right? So think about certain things that happen, right? Things that die off, right? It cleanses the earth to start again. We're getting rid of the dead parts, right? The dead parts of the reality, the dead parts of the system, the parts that no longer serve us anymore. right? Like even if you have long hair, right? You don't grow it forever. Sometimes you trim off the dead ends so it grows even better. Sometimes you have some plants in the backyard. You have to trim. Look at the beautiful chat. Everyone that knows that this is the end. Some people complain, oh, it's good. No, it is the end, right? It is the end. But when we know this, we know how to prepare for this. We know how and when history repeats itself in 80-year blocks. World War II ended. Then we went through the awakening, JFK, Martin Luther King, John Lennon assassinated. Unraveling, September 11th, war in Iraq, financial crisis, '08, who was in power? And now it is the crisis. We had a major attack on humanity back in 2020. And that wasn't the first, that was the first wave. Right now, people, remember, it's all in the mind. They said World War III is an information consciousness war. Can you imagine all the people that have something inside of them right now? So we're in a crisis. We're in an upheaval. When the truth, I know the truth is out there, but I'm like all of you. Like we could get the truth. See, this platform, and that's why I am so grateful. If this message is resonating with you, maybe you stumbled across this message, please take the time to click the like button and share this video link. That's how we get it off. You know, this platform might not be big enough. And, you know, I've shared, this is the rapture. One will be taken, one will remain. They can't hear you anymore. What's different about this time versus the other endings, right? We had the Civil War beginning, right? The World War II beginning, and now we have World War III. The difference now is that the people have awakened. Clearly, this is the expansion of consciousness. We have the internet. We have communication. We have a lot of people. Go back in time. Think about our grandparents in World War II. My papa, I shared some stories from my papa in World War II. And he had to figure stuff out on his own, that something was a little off. Something was a little off back in World War II. I love my papa. Yeah, he's on the shoulder right now. He's just hanging out. We're serving in World War III. My papa served in World War II. So it's all divine timing. So let's remove the fear. Let's come to acceptance. It's really important that you come to acceptance that this is the end. You could write it in the chat right now. This is the end. And please write it in the comments as well if you're watching on the replay. So let's get rid of the fear. Let's get to acceptance, and let's get to the creative state. Oh yeah, because if you're listening to this message, you are here and you're going to be responsible for creating so much. You're going to be creating and you're going to be building. And I guarantee it, you're going to not only survive this, you are going to thrive. The end days. It's time to rise up, warrior. This is self-empowerment. This is preparedness. We can know how and when history repeats itself. We know that right now we're in a crisis and this is the end. So what do we do to move forward? You know, we stop giving our life energy. How do we prepare for this? We start to get in alignment with things that last. We can't just do the old way, like save a bunch of money, right? Or maybe work for corruption. So many people, in the past few years, there is something that's called the Great Resignation that's happening. You could actually look it up. And so many people, they said, what am I doing this job for? I'm not doing the right thing. So what can you do? You got to get in alignment with your soul's mission, and things will just start to come in your path. You have to let go. You have to stop waiting for false idols to save you, and you have to become the creator. Get passionate, attract your passion. You see, every single day I'm motivated to make these messages because this is my passion. I'm not going to the failing matrix schools anymore, right? And they are all failing. It's being done on purpose, right? Because these structures are not going to exist anymore. All these corrupted systems, the stock market, the education systems, they're all failing. Cardinal Healings, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Cardinal Healings writes, I just created a new session called Reclaim Your DNA. The results are incredible. Yeah, check out Cardinal Healings. Yeah, it's really important. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Cardinal Healings, it's right on cue. She is doing things that are in alignment. It's all about your DNA. I've shared, some people say, well, you are crazy, boy. You crazy. What you talking about? DNA activation, boy? No, Cardinal Healings is telling the truth there. It's all about your DNA. We are remanifesting our reality within our DNA. It's the DNA activation. If you stumbled across this video, it's the fourth turning video, please visit the channel page and you can learn more about your DNA. This World War III is about your DNA. It's about your consciousness, right? That's what it's all about. Bay Area Believer, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Frank, I appreciate you, brother. I really appreciate that. Frank writes, we are the most powerful group out there. We were formed by love. Yeah, love is the weapon. Love is the glue that's holding us together. You cannot create from a place of fear. People that are listening to this message right now, we are in the fourth turning. You are the builders. You are the heroes. That's what this group is all about. It's about people that are building, people that are creating, people that are heroes, the real heroes. Did you know, like a couple of years ago, they would say, oh, these are the heroes, remember? And they would do like these silly little dances. Hooray! You know, it was actually a satanic ritual. Got to wake up, guys. Yeah, we got to wake up. It's a spiritual war. That it's different than the past, right? So again, the history block. Think about the Civil War. Think about World War II, right? How was the battle fought back then? Civil War, right? Maybe they had like muskets, right? World War II, they had bombs and stuff. World War III is consciousness. It's something totally different. It's a different way. We're in the fourth turning. This is a crisis. You don't have to be fearful about it. It's needed. These time periods are needed. Just like things die off happens in nature. There's nothing that we could actually do to stop it. You know, when I realize this, some of you are on your awakening journey. And again, as you come in, please smash the like button. It's so beautiful. It's really helping this message. We're getting so many people in this chat right now. There's a mass die-off happening. This is the rapture. This is why is this time the end, right? The end, right? Because the consciousness has expanded. Once people have awakened, right, they don't go back to sleep. This didn't happen in the past. Civil War, World War II, a lot of people didn't have the information. A lot of people didn't know that World War II, like that battle or whatever, it actually never ended. It just went under the ground. What's happening under the ground? What's happening under the ground? I appreciate that you like this stuff. Yeah, I'm here to teach the good stuff here, not the fake stuff that they teach in the fake schools. What's happening under the ground? What happened when World War II ended? What was Operation High Jump? Who is Admiral Byrd? What happened in Antarctica? Yeah, Antarctica. If you're new to the channel, you should check out Friday Night Live and my Antarctica rant. Yeah, that was tremendous. I don't have the energy to do it right now. Yeah, subscribe to the channel so you can see the Friday Night Lives. Tremendous. We have to laugh right now. I keep your vibrations high with Friday Night Live. Yeah. We have to realize that there's so much going on that we didn't know. We didn't know this, right? The common everyday life people, they didn't know it at the end of the Civil War. They didn't know it at the end of World War II, but they know it now during World War III. And they said that there'll be more that die in World War III than the previous two combined. This is a conscious, this is on a spiritual level. So you might be tuning into this. What we do here on this channel, we're taking real life things. We take science, we merge it with spirituality. It's actually called trans-rational spirituality. And I agree. Listen, I am a common man like all of you. I like to see some evidence. Sometimes we have to have complete faith. Sometimes we say believing, right? If you have to see it to believe it. Actually, believing is seeing. When we all believe it together, we will actually see it manifest. But yeah, sometimes we have to have some evidence. So we really can't see it maybe in the now moment. Maybe we can't go have a crystal ball and see the future. But what we can do is dive into the past to see our future. Yeah. We could dive into the past to see our future. Because future proves past, yeah. And now we're understanding this as we analyze the fourth turning. History will always repeat itself. And we're expanding on the spiral. But then we're taking a quantum leap this time. It's a quantum leap. Society needs it. Yeah. Society needs it. Just like you trim off the dead ends on your hair. You trim off, you prune the bush, the tree, and then it starts growing. Yeah, we're going through a quantum leap. And this is the fourth turning. Isn't it true, Patsy? I love you. I love the chat, yeah. Please consider subscribing and being a part of the chat every day. We have a tremendous chat. The mind goes where the energy flows, yeah. Focus what are you concentrating on? Attention is the currency of the universe. Some people, right, ready? Some people are trying to look backwards. We're not going backwards. They're paying attention. That's why it's so dissonant right now. Some people are desperate to hold on to the old. It's dying. So that's why you can't even communicate with them anymore. You're able to thrive during this time period. It's the fourth turning. We're going to turn the page. We're going to go into a high. But they can't hear you anymore. They're desperately trying to hold on to the corruption. All of these things, they're not when we say, the education system, it's failing. Public schools won't be here anymore. The stock market won't be here anymore. And some people hear that, they'll lose their mind. They might call you bad names. They call me. It's all right. It's all right. I'm here to serve each and every one of you. You have to have spiritual armor right now. You can't worry about, all these people. Oh, I know you're empathic. I'm empathic as well. But the greatest lessons that I learned as we are going through World War III right now, or the fourth turning, it's right in front of our face. But you can't worry. If you have friends or family, they gaslight you, they mock and shame you, you have to worry about yourself. This is self-empowerment. Write it in the chat. This is self-empowerment. And each time we go through this, again, we can look at our lives, what has happened, especially in America. Are you from the United States? This is actually a global community. We're actually world famous. We're on every platform right now. I appreciate each and every one of you. The Nature Boy. Woo! Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you. Nature Boy writes, we can accelerate this by all of us focusing on simply visualizing and praying, speaking out in truth. Even if you're home, it reprograms the matrix and glitches it. Thanks for sharing that, Nature Boy. Yeah, he's like Nikola Tesla, the Nate. Yeah. Oh, I see you, Nate. Yeah, we're all coming back together. We all have to focus on it. And again, don't fight against it as nature boy. Focus. This is the end. We are the apocalypse, right? What is some people get scared of the apocalypse. The apocalypse is the great revealing. Okay? So focus that this is the end. We're trimming, we're pruning. We're getting the dead ends off. And then we're going into a high. We're going into an upbeat. We're going into the fifth dimension. This is the 5D, baby. Yeah. Are you here for a party in the 5D? Let me know in the chat. Truth Beams 444, I appreciate you. Truth Beams writes, grateful for this channel of grounding for empaths. Yeah. I'm here for all the empaths here. And you have to become an empowered empath. All of these things are relevant during, it's a spiritual war. You should visit the channel page, Empaths and Narcissists. No, you'll be surprised who the narcissists are in your everyday life experience. You know, we're going through the fourth turning right now, and it's all being revealed. I was shared, you know, you're going to see who your true friends are by the end of this year. Next year, it's going to be a lot brighter. I know this year was rough. Ivory Moon, I love you. Unveiling angelic wisdom, that's what it's all about. Love you, Ivory Moon. Ivory Moon writes, we are all leveling up. Our mind is a powerful sword, and we will slay the serpents once and for all. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Ivory Moon. I love you. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And it's all the battleground, it's in the mind, and it's on the okay, ready? Every part of the world. Remember they had battlegrounds, right? Civil War, they had battlegrounds. World War II, they had battlegrounds. The entire world is the battleground. Your everyday life is the battle. That's why this channel is about our everyday lives. Yeah. It's World War III. We're in a crisis. We're in the fourth turning. This is the fourth turning right now. As I'm creating this is also the Sunday sermon. Yeah, no, it's true. You have to become motivated. And again, please, if you're getting this message, please click the like button. Just take a moment. It really helps this message to get out there. And when we all stand together, that's how this message, it reaches all different people on all different continents. But it's really important to realize, you know, this is in America right now. How is this all connected? I know many of you are part of this channel, right? This is the Pluto return for the United States, right? The United States corporation has failed. It's over. So I know some people get scared. Don't be scared. It's okay. It's going to be okay. The United States corporation has failed. You could write it in the chat. The United States corporation has failed. How do we know? This is the Pluto return for the United States. So let's focus on the United States when we're looking at the fourth turning, right? You had Revolutionary War ends. Civil War begins. Civil War ends. World War II begins. World War II ends. World War III. We are in the now moment. This is the crisis. And the people are just being put to sleep. They watch the TV. They get their bread and circus. You get the bread and circus. Just put all your money in the stock market. Just go back to work. Take that thing. Go back to work right away. Nothing to see here. And then all of a sudden, Babylon has consumed itself. This is the fourth turning. Write it in the chat. This is the fourth turning. Sharon Leslie, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Sharon writes, stay strong, my galactic family. We are very close to the great solar flash. Yeah, it's coming. This is all tied in. You know, this is really an important message to get out there and find other people. Like I'm transrational spirituality. Those that are part of this channel, they know that this is a spiritual war. We talk about spirituality. But what's the real life evidence, right? Things that people can relate to. And this channel is really getting there's so many people that are waking up daily and starting their awakening journey. So when they look at the fourth turning right now, we see evidence. We could see revolutionary, the history blocks. What are the recent blocks? Revolutionary War, Civil War. Civil War ends, World War II begins. World War II ends, and now we are in World War III right now. 80-year blocks, each turning, the high, the upbeat, the awakening, a passionate time, the unraveling, the downcast, and now it is the crisis, and it is the upheaval. We are in a crisis right now. And some people, they'll never see it. This time, it's a biblical time. It's the end of ends. Yeah. You could write it in the chat. This is the end of ends. And according to your vibrational, like I'm guaranteeing you, if you're watching this, scroll the comments. Some people will still see this and they'll say, oh, this is fear and oh, this is lies, right? There's so many times, right? Look at the channel, right? We get like 99% of the positive comments. And then every once in a while, someone slithers in, right? And they have to be in denial. And that's okay. It's just part of the world. Oh, yeah, we're at a 99.7% positivity rate. Yeah, the channel, all the thumbs up, all the beautiful comments, it's a positivity channel. But, okay, ready? I can't understand the message for you. Ready? It's true. If you're here for authenticity, right, like some people don't like this, right? It's too powerful. The truth is too powerful. It's too much for them. No, we are in the fourth turning. This is the crisis. This is World War III. Now what you're going to do. That's what that's what the message is all about. Get in alignment. Find your brothers and sisters. Leave I know people feel this. It's hard to let go. I was totally, God said, kick me right out the door. Said, Michael, you're doing this full time now. You're going to teach the truth now. You're not going to teach in the failing New York City Department of Education that made its teachers take something and put it in their body against their free will. Many people that I know personally on my journey, they had to inject something into their body that they didn't want to inject, but they had to do it to keep their job. We are in the fourth turning. We are in a crisis. Archangel is here. Remember the time period that we're all in right now. And you have to be the freight train right now. You have to bulldoze the opposition out of your way right now. This is the fourth turning. It's time to wake up. Your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife, your kids, your children, they could gaslight you, but you have to put on the full armor of God right now. This is the fourth turning. You like that truth, right? Michael is here. Oh, yeah, the freight trains are coming right now, yeah? Get out of the way right now. Yeah. Some of us do have dragons in the spiritual realm, yeah. Isn't it interesting? It's so interesting what we're all about to witness. Much of this world has been hidden. It's been hidden. It's hidden in plain sight. Yeah. I, like many of you, these things were right in front of our face. And now all of a sudden we're becoming more sensitive. We're saying, oh, what's happening right now? This is called the fourth turning. If you're new to the spiritual awakening journey, if you are here, if you're awakened, if you're passionate, if you're ready to upheave, a massive upheaval is coming right now. And absolutely nothing could stop it. It's actually coming, and again, if you're new to the channel, it's coming from the great solar flash. Our consciousness is being assisted by the light of the sun. Yeah. Please visit the channel page. Yeah, there's so much information out there. And, we're putting this all together with the fourth turning. This is an important message. I am absolutely grateful for all of your support. Please take a moment, click the like button. Please share this video on all platforms. You could share it with the hashtag fourth turning, because that's what we're in right now, and it's not going to stop. Reflect on your brothers and sisters that have fallen during World War III. They have fallen many different ways. And this is just starting. This is not a message of fear. This is a message of self-empowerment. What are we going to do? Because I'm here to share with... Listen, I had to learn very powerful lessons this year. Friends, people you know, acquaintances, they yap, they get in your ear, they try to gaslight you, they try to get you off your path, and you better remember who you are. You better remember who you are. This is self-empowerment. This is not everything's unicorns. And, oh, you want a spiritual awakening? You can manifest everything with the unicorns and rain. No, it's not about unicorns and rainbows. No, no. 33 Gamma writes, detached and be balanced. Yeah, because we're in the fourth turning. You have to detach from people. Detach from jobs that don't serve your greatest purpose. And all of these things, the information is right there. So many people, it's called the Great Resignation. They said no. When the Mark of the Beast came out, they said no. Take your job and shove it up. And we're building brighter communities. This is a beautiful community. Please join our Patreon if this message resonates with you. We're building our Patreon community by the minute. We lose people by the minute. We gain people by the minute. I know it's hard, right? Like in the past, like I lived my life. Some of you are, there's the waves of volunteers. Some of you are a little younger, but especially if you lived your life and this is everything is woo. It's like the volatility is crazy. There's a volatile energy right now. It's a lot to handle. But when we analyze this video, when we look at the fourth turning, it gives us some information that we could actually work with. We have to work with this information right now. Yeah, we have to work with this information right now. So all of your support is appreciative. Please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Join our Patreon if it calls you. We're going to go into more detail. There's so much to really break down. There's so much to really break down. Some people, they'll never see. Be grateful that you're able to see ahead of time. And one of the real life tangible ways of seeing ahead of time is by analyzing the fourth turning. I know there's a lot of craziness in the world right now, but don't worry about what's going on out there. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious that this is the fourth turning. So make moves for your everyday lives. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the fifth dimension. The fourth turning ends and a new earth begins. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. That's what it's all about. It's about our everyday lives. And it's really doing it ourselves, not relying on systems. That's what this crisis is all about. The systems weren't for us. The systems were against us. And some people, remember The Matrix? Please, if this resonates, if you've never seen it, watch The Matrix movie. It's a documentary. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, thank you so much for the support. Harley Ray writes, awesome Sunday sermon. We all love our commander. I love you, Harley Ray. And if you're in the California area, you should check out Harley Ray Crystal Shop or HarleyRayCrystalShop.com. Yeah, we're all everyday life people, and we all left the Matrix, and we're all coming together and picking up each other. So let's all support each other. Let's not support the things that are failing. Let's transmute everything. We're leaving the platforms that are failing. We're joining the platforms that are being transmuted. This is one of them. And I'm grateful for all of you, and we're going to continue to grow exponentially here. I love you all. I hope that this message is helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. Bye for now.